I have a companion animal. It's not technically a service animal, so many people with disabilities, including anxiety, depression, injury, even any kind of injury, or just animal lovers. Ooh, hold on a second. Might have a companion animal. You can actually sometimes from your doctor get a certificate or something that says that you can have that in your, it's like a medically prescribed animal for you. So in case you might have anxiety or depression or something else, it's possible, even if you have a landlord or something that says pets are not allowed. If it's a small pet, like a cat or a dog, then you could get a prescription basically to have a pet friend. Anyway, so I was having a bad day the other day. I have read many books, but not in a long time for personal reasons. But so anyway, I still see books sometimes and I want to buy them. It gives me memories. I have a weird memory injury that that is long term, I guess, where if the belongings around me are replicated or change or are handled by other people, I guess, then I may not remember things from that period of time or activity that are my own. So it's like instant loss for me. So it's really annoying when I spend money and time trying to remember things and then people change out my belongings, because to an average person, like, the same book title is the same book. But to me, it's not. It's sort of life ruining because I have no attachment to it whatsoever, and then I just don't want it anymore. It actually has to be actually my real belongings. So anyway, I was having a bad day the other day. That happened to me again. And so I tore up the books because I know that where I live, if I throw it in the garbage, people go through the garbage and then they resale it, or they like hold the physical belonging as a hostage or a meter for stalking, an example to verbally degrade or insult specific people. They actually do go out of their way to use things from the trash. They might steal your brand new belonging and replace it with a dirty one. That's really common in the city where I'm at, so it's really annoying. So when you throw things away here, sometimes you have to haul them straight to the dump, which is annoying. And then other times you have to totally destroy them. Hold on again, just a second. So anyway, other times you have to totally annihilate and destroy your own belongings, or else they can be used against you or others as a weapon, kind of reinstilling poverty and loss and extra work and extra time in your life lost. And it's not like just one thing. It's not an exaggeration. Like once somebody succeeds at that in the city, a gang-oriented person, they might continue to stalk you and continue to do that. So buying new things, again, is not very high on my list of things to do for that reason. Like this is going to sound rude. I think every normal person has had a moment or a day or a year where they haven't been rich. I'm not rich. I know that. But so anyway, they just push you further and further and further into a gutter by taking your new belongings that are good and that work and that are right, and then giving you broken ones. So that's the danger. Anyway, my companion animal here, I tore these books up. There were thousands of pages on the floor. I often wonder, what is it that's going on here? He's so insightful and so caring and so loving. But anyway, so he hard steps on specific. I decided a couple days later I was going to clean up these thousands of pages on the floor that I tore up and throw them in a box. And he hard steps in this order. And I was already having these thoughts. This is the first page that he hard steps on that he doesn't want me to pick up right away. And he's not naughty. He doesn't like claw me or bite me or anything. It says, "Bring it on," says W and the rest. "Too bad about all the crazies, but guns protect us. Really." So I laughed really hard at that, and I saved that little piece of paper. Then he hard steps on another page. He's like looking through the pages as well. Like, he's very sensitive to these things all across the room. And the next one is It says, Grammatica, partes de la oración. And then it's like, and then it moves on to bastardia. And so that was really funny. So I picked that page, and I'm not sure if I'm reading too far into this. And then he hard steps on another page. I don't know anyone named Madison. I don't believe I've been to Wisconsin neither. But then it's like the next page he hard steps on is Madison. And like in my mind, I'm like, who's Madison though? It's like, it says Matter, Madeira, Madero, Francisco. And it talks about somebody being imprisoned in a revolution, like the fourth person to be imprisoned. And then it's like, it talks about Dolly Payne Madison. And then other victim, James Madison. And then there's this weird thing that I think it's supposed to be from a map or a description of rocks. But it's like, looks like an ultrasound picture of multi-babies that are smushed together. And that's gross. And then, so I myself had an arts and crafts activity out. This is yesterday, like 2 days later after I was already loving what my companion animal was pointing out to me. There's no subtleness to this. I think this is a pretty direct message. And when it's like, what sucks is like, okay, so the next page is Korean, is at the top. 686 Korean. And then the next little piece torn off is isolationism, teachings of the Quran. Korean isolationism, teachings of the Quran done by super racist rednecks. My cat is pretty insightful, and you know what? I love him because after having like many injuries and things and a reduced vocabulary, like somebody's got to tell me what's going on here. And it's him. So he brings happiness and laughter into my life. He's about 10 months old now, and I've had him since he was a little guy, and he's really just one of the best things ever. But if you have disability or loneliness even, anxiety, depression, like I said, anything like that, consider it. Consider a hilarious companion animal that loves you right away, because maybe if you don't know, it will tell you.